Don Durrett's top 10 from his latest Seeking Alpha article. So here it is. How am I going to chew this down? I'm going to maybe try to sort them in which one I think that are most healthy or ready to explode, which have completed important pullbacks, which are still in a bull type of zone that don't need that much more consolidation. So here's my setup. Volume profiling, Ichimoku cloud defined support. The support is the green cloud. Ichimoku cloud defined resistance, the red cloud. So if the cloud's going down, you're in a downtrend. Super visual, just like the volume profiling. I love it because even if I'd remove the price, you know here you're in a downtrend, and after that, sideways move, downtrend. And if the price action is above the cloud, then, and you're starting to create green cloud, you're creating eventual support. So, and if it's inclining, that means you're starting to create the upwards trend. As long as you stay above it, it's awesome, guys. So let's do it. And on the 2-week chart, classic people daily charts, weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 month or 1 year chart. But you could do charts with any type of candle. Maybe it's old charting software that limited us before, like maybe in the olden days, guys had to chart their own charts, so they got weekly data, so they did weekly charts. But now you can do all time frames, and it's. I did an article, podcast before, or showing multi-time frame analysis, so you could revert to that to see how the effects, the cascading effects of a smaller ripple on a smaller time frame, how that eventually can ripple out to the bigger time frames. All right, but I am getting off topic, guys. Okay, CDE, what do we have here? Nice bullish consolidation above the declining Ichimoku cloud, creating bullish one right here. Let's see, are we, but we're below volume defined resistance. So this is stuff. So there's a wick, buyers coming in. Now we're starting to create some type of flag close to that breakout line, but we're below monthly defined or bi-weekly defined volume resistance right there. But it's still an uptrend. It's pretty. It's very nice. And this is probably the last hurdle before this thing vacuums up. I'm on the log chart for miners at the beginning, and they're very explosive. So I put them on the log chart to see the price movement. So after this consolidation is over, and we could glide above that $8 mark, then this thing should slide to a double. Or Cana Silver Corp. Remove drawings. Oh, just outside of the cloud. So you see, look at the cloud, how it brings down the price action. Are you going up, trying to pierce through it? But look at the pressure pushing you down, and you never made out of the cloud. So down it went, deep below the cloud, and now it's trying to made its way through. See how here it consolidated right below the cloud? That's resistance. So, and look, it did it right here again. This is what I call the beginning of the resistance area right here. It's a bearish bounce would have been this, going down right away, not going through the cloud. If you're going through the cloud, then you're starting to maybe challenge for a piercing on the upper side of the cloud, and it's a sign that you're trying to wake up the price action. But look at that, consolidated below, it did not continue right away, so it's trying to change the trend, didn't make it. Resisted, and then it got pushed down. But right here, look at that same thing here, trying to get above in the cloud. Instead of going downwards, it says no, I'm going to go for it again. And right now it actually closed above. Look at the violent breakout right here, consolidating above the cloud. And let's check out the volume. So you see no moving averages, no not a lot of lines, just visuals. Ichimoku cloud, volume profiling, 2 great visuals that show you don't even have to do the chart patterns. They tell you, they situate you where you are in the trend, where the next resistance could be. So right now this one is not bad. It's just out of the cloud, guys, and it's starting to create green, inclining green, which this will be eventual support to bring the price action back up. So very early, look at that, you're above that volume defined support. So Arcana is actually, I like it a lot. I'm gonna, okay, so you know I'm gonna do it. CD, put orange, we're not sure. This one's a green, it's a go. Endeavor. Endeavor. See, it broke down below the cloud. The support, the green cloud, try to get it up. Oh, no, down. Bearish bounce. Barely got in. You see right here, pierced through. Resisted right here. You see that consolidation in the cloud. Try to get up. Didn't quite make it. Down it goes. That cloud creating your resistance. Until now, look, this is an extremely bullish candle right here. This one. Strong breakout in July of 20, or the second week. Early July, it broke out. And now it's consolidating. Look at this wick. Buyers coming in. So you have a nice consolidation pattern. And the support, volume defined support, is right here. So right above volume defined support, creating that next uptrend, creating Ichimoku cloud defined support coming in. So this can be very bullish. So we're very close to the setup is very, very nice right here. And it did create a little bit of resistance right here because you know that price action attracted volume, a lot of transactions. This is probably a low risk entry. It might slow down at 415, but once it closes above 415, guys, this thing is gonna fly. So I kind of like it. I'm gonna put it green. CDE, why don't I put it green? Gee, it's not bad either. It's just because it's right below that volume, right? That middle, that volume node day. All right. CDE could be green. We'll see how the rest of this podcast review goes. Hecla. Look at that. Ichimoku cloud defined resistance. No, bounce, down. Oh, broke out a very powerful break. Up it went, below the cloud, down. And here it's trying to pierce through that cloud. No, refuse. Down here, consolidating in the cloud right there. Look at the line perfectly. And this, remember, this cloud is not defined at this moment. It was defined way back here, projected in the future. So it's really reacting very well to that eventual resistance. But right now, it just consolidated through it, exploded up. Look at that, the power, the explosion once you're out of that cloud. And now you're defining an uptrend. Beautiful consolidation, a lot of fear here, but you see those wicks, buyers coming in. And let's see where we are with the volume profiling. Yeah, so a lot of transactions here, we're below it. So this is probably go in the CDE. And here's the eventual support right here. So I love it. It's above the cloud. The next uptrend, you could imagine it starting to get created here. But because it has volume above it, I'm just going to mark it down from a green to an orange until the price action closes above that volume defined node, and then it should fly up. First Majestic. Remove drawings. Okay, this one a little messy. Yeeks. Strong move out of the cloud. Look how it's supported right here. See the support, trying to make it through, starting to create an inclining support. Oh no, I'm down. And after that, it started to serve as resistance. Support turned resistance, called a wall, and then down. Explosion above. Bearish bounce on the Ichimoku cloud. Bearish bounce here, and no, went through. Power, consolidated above the cloud. And then March Madness lows, but look at that. It's already following its destiny above the green inclining Ichimoku cloud. And where is my volume defined nodes? Right here. Look at the buyers coming in, bring the price action above just a wick. So it's really, this is a low risk, high reward entry right here. A little small volume node right here. So it's kind of stuck in between. But you're above that volume defined node. So this is not bad for First Majestic. If there'd be a color between orange and green, I'd put it. The green ones, I was more severe. So I'm going to put it orange. Just because of that small volume node here. But once you get above it, above 1430, this thing should fly up. All right, Argonaut. Look at that. Look at the Ichimoku cloud. Just beautiful. Support, try to get it in. No, broke down. Pew, timber, explosion. Look at that. It did not do the bearish bounce at the beginning of the Ichimoku cloud. It just tried to go through, but look at that. This is the final frontier. trying, no, fail. And after that, could not get out of the cloud. Oh, trying to go out. No, look at the cloud, how it's bringing it down. Sucking it down. And now look at the power once it's out of the cloud right here. Explosive move. But right now you're above the cloud, so this is very bullish. It looks kind of bearish because now you're doing a hard retrace, but it's just the explosion. Beautiful retrace. You're slightly below this volume defined node, but you're starting to create an incline. So this is kind of like the future. What you see here, the green inclining volume Ichimoku cloud defined support. So this is just a beautiful consolidation for Argonaut Gold. And if it could just close above and start grinding up, and here's the next small volume defined hurdle right here. So this is probably a low risk, high reward entry. And after that, after above 270, this should glide up all the way to these areas right here. $4, $3.90, which is also a volume defined node, and it's a previous high in this region here. So okay, I'm gonna put orange just because it's slightly below volume defined node. The green ones, I really want them to be above a volume defined node and then breaking out. And so this one's pretty good, low risk entry, but it has a little bit of challenge ahead of it. Hawk's child. What is this beast doing? Support, trying to keep it up. No, fail. Not even challenging the resistance. Bouncing down. Strong move up. See that consolidation, right? Trying to get out of the cloud, and it did. Broke out. Explosive. Out of the cloud. Cloud trying to support it, can't. Down below. Now you have to deal with that resistance, that red cloud. Bring it down. Consolidation in it. Explosion out. But now you're staying above the red cloud. You're not going back in. You're starting to create an incline. But this one has a lot of congestion, guys. A lot of volume defined grinding. Right here, right there, and right below. So low risk entry, but before you're able to go out, it might stagnate a little bit because you're not clear skies ahead. You have to digest through this volume at defined resistance. And above 230, you might vacuum all the way up to the final frontier before exploding. And once it gets above that, it's clear skies ahead for who knows where. So that's definitely an orange, guys, right there. Mag. Ichimoku cloud defined resistance. Oh, trying to go through. It did. It got refused. Back in. Look, bring it the price action back down. And again, remember, this cloud was defined previously in the future, and it's just respecting it perfectly. Those wicks, just noise on the smaller time frames. These are 2-week candles, price action, sellers coming in, always closing below the cloud. But right now, look at this explosion right out. This candle right here, March 20, look at that closing above, big sign. And since then, it's just been going up, creating Ichimoku cloud defined support, inclining, defining the trend. And now it's just been severely correcting, scaring a lot of people. So it could correct even more. This is the next volume defined node, but it's still an uptrend. As long as it doesn't close below the cloud, you're still good. But here you're below that resistance, so it could be a challenge to get through that. So I'm still gonna might consolidate more. So mag orange. The greatest low risk entry would be down here, but I wouldn't want in the bull trend to go at too low. But that's where the next important support is. If it could get back above 20, and then this is full steam ahead, because look, there's no more resistance up here, volume defined resistance on this time frame. PAAS, Pan American Silver. Oh, support, trying to get it up. Oh, trying, no, fail. Oh, broke out above the Ichimoku cloud defined resistance. Refused the next week, but still supporting up. Look at that, close right there. Next month, a lot of knee-jerk reaction. The big base for Pan American Silver right here. Not a lot of volume defined resistance in a beautiful uptrend. Where is it? Up here, 43. So below that volume defined node, but still in the Ichimoku cloud defined uptrend with this green inclining support. So until this close back maybe above 45, you got to be careful because there's not much support right here. You're still in an uptrend, but you don't want to. You want to position yourself in the stocks that have matured, that have done, that have proven to you that they've consolidated what they had to consolidate, that they're on the brink of exploding. PAAS will go up or has a high probability of going up, but do you want to stay in there multi weeks and letting your capital stagnate while the others are moving strongly, higher, faster? It's just going to kill you emotionally. So you want to be positioned at the correct moment if you can. If you're not in it already, you want to position yourself right before it explodes. So right now, kind of in no man's land, still in an uptrend. But until it closes above 45, this is kind of a delicate situation for Pan American Silver. So it's still a beautiful uptrend. I'm going to put it orange. All right, I am gold. No. Look at that. Didn't make it out of the cloud. Trying to support it. No. Fell. Down. Trying to get in. Resistance. Oh, let's go for it. It closed up above in 2016. Then you had a nice move. A lot of volatility below, until it closed below that green cloud there. Trying to get out of that declining Ichimoku cloud resistance. But it's still declining. So it's good. I like it when the resistance, even if it's red, if it's thin or not as declining as this angle, you have more chances of staying above. And this one, you see, failed, refused to stay above. Now it's going back down. And huge wall, huge base below the red Ichimoku cloud. So this one, you have to wait. You want it to get back above the cloud, show you that it can, then want to stay above. It's above the cloud. Also remember, notice the resistance, Ichimoku cloud defined resistance cloud is also coinciding with that high volume node, which is resistance right now. But if you're above it, it's going to become support. And you want it to go above here. And here would be probably a great entry to enter. And then you're probably going to start creating some green cloud, and then you could go up above. So that for me is the only red one, because this one is below the cloud. And until it proves it could go above, there's a huge wall right there. So that's it, guys. Visuals, Ichimoku cloud define the visuals, resistance, trend, volume profiling to identify on which side are you of the fair value or the resistance is. And just a recap, look at that on right out of the cloud, above volume defined resistance. I love it. Support above volume defined resistance, which is now support. And same thing for Endeavor. Looks awesome. Look at those wicks, those buyers coming in. And above, close to that volume defined support. And this one should ride up. And above 4, it should fly. All right, that's pretty much how I rate these. Thanks, Don, for giving me a heads up on those tickers. And hope you guys enjoyed. Ciao, guys.